Maloma la Maria Hoeki, pe foki ke tonga mo vulankotoa mo mea mai ke polkalama whare te o koe ai TWN, pe koe tonga World News I e whia whawhawha koe ni. Ma tale lea ki mo tōko tope o mea mai ngaru ea, ma ngaru ope, pe he foki ki tonga eiki, pe oku mawhakahawa whatongi atu foki me tapa kehe pe o whanuani me Amerika lahi. Ko Brenda Kongaika, pe Emeline Faaumu-Niutei, pe me Seattle, Washington. O heni foki a Laifone Tuita me Salt Lake City, Utah. Pe he foki ke Dr. Ray Ebrahim from Tonga Eki. Ko ia e whiawhini e kamata ki tau porokalama ko ia I whia moni te koe ni. Ai ko e ahataha tolu e ni o Disema o e mahina whaosia o e ta uanoa wataha. Ko ia e whakahokate e tau lotu pa tau toki hokate lewa ke he toi ko ia o e tau ngahi. Porokalama amuiangi. Malo.
Alotu. Tamahewan. Mautolani ho. Whanau mau whakataha mai he. Poni he TWN radio. Ke mau whakahoko mau porokalama he poni pia mau whiawhia. Ko higo ha whaingumari rei, mo ha aurerei, mo ha o nonga natula pe whakawhai e tuko ni. Pia mau whamaloa ki hawhia ko e alo whao. O tuku maha po whakawhawha ke mau lawa whakahokai mau porokalama koe ni. Mau koli ki hawhia nage ke tāpaki mau tola ngahi mea o mau reaki ma ngahi mea o mau wahi wahi. Ke hoko ia ko ha mama pe ke hoko ia ko ha makatunga ki e nā tōte nau whanoa mai ke mau tō I poni ke nau lawa ke nau whiwhiri mu whakaukau ke ngahi mea. Lelei ke whakakoloa ke nau moi. Mau koli ki hawhia nage ke tāpaki mau tui ko tupou hono whakate ia mono whare kuin na nasipau moilele masuna maloi moha takilele I ponoa pe me ki kai e na hoko na tolu ko matu unga ne rei ke ngahi fitu taki mo mamani ma ngai fitu taki mo kakai ke ngai pureanga ke hoka tonga ko whanua le rei pe ko whanua tupi mua I ngai mea o le rei ko awhiona. Mo kore awhiona ki tokon me ke moe tolu pe ke whamoremore ngahi mau ngahi tono no uwhai ke whanake. Tāpai mo toke mau ngai ata mai le rei ma whakakau le rei ma amanaki le rei ki ka hauna ki o mau whanua pa ki o mau pureanga me kakai pa pe mau kore whai I poni ho whala sisu kalaisi amen.
Amen. Malo.
Poni.
Feel
Can you guys hear me? Malo taulele pe fin pe malo la Maria hoik. Kung laki ta programa pa malo Laifone e lot to mali ko mai pe fa ka Brenda mo introduction e ta programa. Dr. Ray, I have not even seen you coming in, so let me know when you come in so I can let you in. Anyway, ko fe fin fo ka ta programa fe fini ko history and culture. And then Brenda from Alot to get for the program I have ini, and then I'll circle it back to you. Ke hanga o my outline ke ini. While I'm trying to see if I can get Dr. Ray in there, Malo.
Malo au pito Emeline. Koe fiaf koe ni koe historia pe mo culture I he fiafini. Ka oku lelei pe foki ka pau e iai ha mea oku whai kia ha tokanga ai bae ngā pa pe he foki mo ki tau tōru pe a ki kau ngā we. E lava ke tau discuss ma wahe ia pe a mihe no moro koe ni o schedule program. Koe ai oku koe tau tara noa ni ki he tau pepe u te kei ke iai ha unemployment process I tonga. Ka koe tau tānoa pe ni ki he jobs. Ko ha ngahi ngāwe u available ki he kakai beside a ngāwe whakapure anga. Kono uhi ngā koe tau si atu ka pau o whai ha tau whainga ke tokoni ki he whakangāwe e kakai a ki ha tau si o whakabusiness. Koe hānai ha ngahi mea o ku malawa ke whai e he tonga koe ni mei muri, pe koe tonga o kwhia tokoni, pe koe tonga o kwhia hapai, ha whahinga ngā ue pe ke tokoni ki hono aia economy a tonga ke toi lelei ange by employing the people that are very unemployed at this time. He te kia ke tau maua whainga statistika ki he
Employment at tonga.
Yes.
Okay. Ko tui Brenda ki mo peke tau lava ke statistika. For me, when it comes to unemployment, ko tui mahala ko oktoton peke hanga e pre anga tonga. But Dr. Ray have a different perspective of that one. We have the gift within us. We don't need to wait for the government. We should have already. But for me, good mindset, yeah. It's all about training the mindset, o tonga. Giving a give. Hanga tau talano ko na ki mo atu Brenda. Hanga ko fe haka, Matu tonga. Ko fe haka ko tere ko ki haka, but they'll buy for new. But they also they buy for new. But it might take like 3 hours to 5 hours ke moha ki haka pato ki fai kai I go for his process ko ya ogu te keep you occupied ka ba tai nim fo ki ku ka ke te alo ya ki uta mai for new ku al bene ke fare kro ise na mai make up a new ku eliminate level for process ya go ho ka for new wow mo inga ke PC ki ai ko to da Pagamela ko ku kamatale ke introduce my easy way of getting money pagwale ke to at the same time ako ka resources ato nga ke me ko ke lai ho fa nga we ai kakai ak ta sa to ko ministry ka ato nga ka fupot nga we pe ako o fa nga we ko kakai o si private sector I don't think so the private sector have a lot to employ the people but sila da tola ke fu cap ya ko ya oku ka ke fu oku haka ni oku lai le ba ai fahinga o osme me ako ka ke hangawe pag fu foi tai ngawe ko ya oku ne hang le ba open the doors ke ale ka kayo get the easy money you know what I'm saying so there's a big gap right there ko yang I'm sure ako ko penau fanonga he ta hine ko ni na filifare le ko ni ko mere amanaki oku ne hang ayo pe ko ka unemployment ia in hanga atonga Nehanga Faaumu kakai can now do illegal stuff. I go out the drugs. Fanang ko hindi matala. Kagata ko kaya agenda na ya. Na the firma ya ki focus sa unemployment. I can build the more resources ke employment ko atonga. But we're glad we have Dr. Ray coming in right now to talk to us about the current employment of Tonga right now. Where is Tonga right now with the unemployment? If you can hear us, Dr. Ray. So welcome back, Dr. Ray. But that's my 2 cents, and that's how I kind of wanted to bring us to the unemployment. And for me, to encourage a private sector, Brenda. Kaya nga lahi ay kakay for to hanaw business kaya we can now employ ay kakay. So back to you, Dr. Ray, because you currently in Tonga. Maybe you give us the experience of how is the unemployment in Tonga. And I know Sissy right next to you, she can join us. So, but we wanted to have you guys. We wanted to have you guys bring your feedback with the unemployment in Tonga and what's the rate of unemployment in Tonga and what you guys know more about the current issues of Tonga right now. So, give it back to you, Dr. Ray.
Actually, Cici in her office, so she's not next to me. For me, when I put an ad that I'm looking for people to work in my clinic, like a secretary, and I want someone know Microsoft and know how to manage the booking. So I have a couple of people come to me. Then I found this one. She's really passionate to learn. But I found a lot of people, they put stuff on the resume. They just put it to make it more or bigger than the other. So they can just like win the job. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Dr. Ray.
So this one here was business administration, which is good, but no idea. When I asked her to do some Excel sheet and work in a Word, I found myself like I sit with her and teaching her all the formula in Excel, how she used the Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. She never heard about PowerPoint. She just heard about PowerPoint, but she never used it. And that was part in her resume. But at the end of the day, she's learned. And she's a very good person. But I'm talking about in general. Even when I look for a nurse to come to work with me here, the nurse come, I look to the resume, it's been 2 years of study, but there is no work in the hospital. There is no space for him. So he come and work. And when I ask him to do some stuff, he can't do it. And when I ask him, so what happened? He said, because we just study, we don't have any practice in reality. So they've been even nurses, they've been studying in books. And they need to find someone to get practice because there is no space in the hospital for the new one, like the one they already finished the nurse school study. Even when my patient come here, I found he's not like comfortable dealing with patient. So after 3 weeks, I apologized to him and I said, thank you for your work. Here, I think the type of study, they just study in books. They don't go for reality to practice. They get the idea, so they just study to get graduate or to just have a degree, and that's it.
So you're saying, Dr. Ray, that that there's job in Tonga, but people are lack of skills?
Yes. Not all, because we have here intelligent people, I'm telling you. But I'm talking about the people, they just finish university or they just finish degree. There is no reality. There is no practice, even nurse. So we go back to the private sector, because the private sector here is not open for like a volunteer. When the private sector asks for a job, so he have already job prescription, and he need to find the people can fit in. But to do that, he need to look for like 10 years or 15 years work experience. Because if it's 1 year or 2 years, that's mean these people, they don't have any experience. You got it? This number one. Number two, we need to ask ourselves what we need here, like local or international. Okay, like for international, what they need, like if they migrate or they apply for job overseas, they need to be qualified for it. At the end of the day, any government anywhere in the world, they have limited job position. So the government job, it will not fit all the people here. So the people here, they must go to the private sector. Private sector, most of them like grocery shop, you know, that's it. Like, for example, I was in Vavao, and guess what? There is no one in Vavao can fix mobile phone. And people, they just send with us some phones to be fixed in Tonga Tabu, and then we resend it to them in Vavao. So if I'm there and I saw this market needs someone to fix the mobile, rather to put complaint about the Chinese, they come and do everything. And what about you? You know, we need to create this type of courses, like people fix mobile. Okay, or if we can even hire one of the Chinese to explain to them how they fix the mobile so they can start. You know, even there is no mobile shop in Vavao. And people complain about it, the job opportunity. Like, you know, for me, it's easy competition. Like, there is no mobile shop in Vavao. There is no one able to fix mobiles in Vavao. You know, so the competition here is zero. When you come to Tonga Tapu, you have like maybe 3 shops they can fix the mobile, and that's it. So the end of the day, you need to be like a diamond when there is no diamond in the market. So for me, you know, it's easy for people to learn how to fix mobile, to get course, how to fix the mobile. There is a lot of job here is missing in Tonga. I'm telling you, if we sit and focus on it, that will be even create more job for the local. And they will make money too.
Right.
Like, you know, this mobile here, I have this mobile like almost 5 years. Okay, and it's been
Too
broken.
long.
Yeah, it's been broken. I'm too lazy to fix. I fix it in New Zealand, then I come, then I give it to my daughter, so the screen broken. Anyhow, it cost me today 270 to fix. Okay, but you know, if you, when you Google the stuff like the screen, I found it in eBay, the screen is $12.
Right.
So can you imagine how much money he just make in
Right.
2 hours or 1 hour to fix the mobile? The end of the day, you can make money. Okay, and people, they need this service. We don't have delivery here in Tonga. We don't have a delivery. Can you imagine that? Everywhere in the world they have delivery. We don't have delivery. What about if we can create a delivery? A lot of people have cars, or actually they have bicycle, or even they don't need, they just walk because it's everything close to the village, you know.
Right.
But if delivery, you know, it's not this a big deal.
Right.
Some people, they look for like when they have function, they look for people to cook. Okay, we can settle this one too. That will bring a lot of people to work just to do this type of function. And the function here in Tonga never been ended, because you have funeral after funeral, wedding,
That's
and then
right.
like one wedding follow up with maybe 20 funeral, then one wedding,
One
then
wedding.
20 funeral.
That's so true.
And the funeral here, like it's not 1 day or 2 days, it's like 1 week.
Right.
You know? So, and a lot of food going there. You know, if you do this type of business, it would be good for people. If you do delivery,
Yes.
especially because now everyone go try, but we can create delivery. Like people deliver stuff to your home and they get like $2 their delivery.
Dr.
That
Ray.
would be great.
Dr. Ray, one of the things that you have to train the people is about integrity and honesty, because some people might take the stuff and never deliver. They go home with the stuff, you know. So, but I'm just saying, because it's very important. We need to train the trainer, because over here in America, they have delivery for everything, like for real estate, like for even the urinal, like in the hospital, they deliver everything. And that is a very good business, you know, to do, and can be created, you know, so.
Look, I tell you what, for this stuff, you can get like police check for everyone working delivery, okay? You can protect yourself, like the address where they live. I know there is no street number or street name here in Tonga, but
Right.
at the end of the day, everyone knows it's one. You
Yes. It's just
know?
a joke anyway. but I think, I mean, it's important to train the people, because I'm listening to you. Look like not only to create the job is like in Tonga, the idea of the job that is the high demand, and also the skills. You know, the skills like on-job training. When I was in the military, Dr. Ray, I just finished high school. The main thing the military is so good about is on-job training. They send you to training with your hands, with the skills. And I know Brenda can talk about this, because she's in the unemployment security, and they have all the skills on how to train the people for this kind of job, you know. So that's something that Brenda can talk about, you know. So.
And another job here, and I think it will give the people massive money. The recycle. The recycle. You know, for example, here.
The what, Dr. Ray? The what?
Recycle.
Recycle.
The recycle,
yeah.
Recycle furniture. You know, I go to the dump area when they
Yeah.
dump. A lot of furniture there, they've been throwing. A lot
Right.
of washing machine, fridge, everything. They've been throwing there. Mattress, garbage. You know, if we have this type of recycle project, and it will, like, you know, my mattress is broken, and I've been looking there, the same one, I found the same one is 3,000. You know what I did? I went to the Chinese shop. I get all the material I need. It cost me $100, and I fixed the mattress by myself.
All
And
right.
then
$100 versus 3,000, eh?
yeah, and then I took my wife outside for dinner. That's another 100. So at the end of the day, we spent 200, and I exercise my body, and we have a very good, strong mattress. You know, the fridge is there. If I have time, I will go and take the process of each fridge they throw it. You know why? Because from the fridge process, the engine or the process, the back of the fridge, they can give you free energy, free gas. You know that? Like, because what happened? This one here, they have already the hydrogen, and they have the nitrogen. So that's why you have the frozen in your fridge. So if this one is still working, and you just add some like Coca-Cola and lemon It will give you free gas for 1 month. Then what you do, you just like put another Coca-Cola or whatever. There's a lot of things there. They just rather to throw it, they can get it and they can do free gas. Garbage, they can do biogas. That it save money, how to use your garbage to save your money. This is very important.
You know how
This is
you need to start it, Dr. Ray? Just put up an ad that you take all the refrigerator, then recycle, and then just duplicate yourself. Bring some 2 or 3 guys to start, working on that, and at least to get a place, And those are very good, like you said,
and you have furniture there.
Right.
Okay. When the furniture broken, they go and buy another. And the furniture here in Tonga is so expensive. You know, one chair, you spend like $60.
Ray,
And what more?
I think one of the things that is very needed in Tonga is training, job training, because the people have to know how to commit and how to do work right. Because Ray, I came to Tonga. I do donuts, American line donuts, and I did it. But I didn't want to hire anybody. I was teaching. I wake up at 5, do my donuts, and my wife go and sell it in Nuku'alofa while I go teaching. That's the routine we did. But I know I can teach some Tongan, and there are some Tongan there that they know how to do it because I showed them. But you know why? They don't want to share it with anybody because they don't want to share the opportunity. I want the people of Tonga to know how to do work because I brought some people here, Ray, 300 people. They came here on a show crew. They didn't have any skills. You know what they did? I go and ask the donut stores to hire them. So they hired them to go in there. And then they called me later and said, Mr. Tuita, please come and help these people because they are very good worker, but they don't know how to do the work and they don't know how to do things routinely because they smoke and they when they come home, they come and drink at night and they go back to work in the next morning. They can't, how can they function and do the job right? And, and now with the food processor and they don't do it right. Well,
you know what? You are right. But let me,
But they need to train so they know how to do work right. Because, and I think the Tongan government should send them, give them scholarship. The people who are good and from schools, send them to Fiji, send them to New Zealand to go and do work in those workplaces.
But
so
I tell you, we will never come back.
Oh yeah, that's
true.
The reason too. They never come back because they find better life in there. But they have to make a commitment to go to leave Tonga, that they come and spend at least 5 years or 2 or 3 years to train the people in Tonga so they can have those skills because they really need it. Because
we are the problem here, the freedom. If you send them for a scholarship, they will never come back because they know the difference.
Yes.
It's number one. But number two, back to your point, because that's what I notice here. When you show the Tongan people how they do the work, it's easy. I know how to do it. Yeah, you know, this is now when I hear I know how to do it, I believe 1,000,000%, over 100%, they will never do it. Yeah, you know, you just show them something, you ask them, you know how to do it? No. And when you start, yeah, I know. And then when, okay, you do it, then when he start do it, he don't do it in the way I show it. I say, what this? I do it in Tongan way because I just noticed we have a Tongan way for it.
Yes.
Okay, do it in Tongan way. Do it in Tongan way. never finished. And when I asked, so what happened? I think your way is good, but I need to know how to do it. Then I start again. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know it, I know. That's the common thing here. When you try to teach people something, first thing after 1 minute, yeah, we know how to do it. Yeah. And then they
I
do it in
think
Tongan way,
Dr. Ray,
which is everything. Yeah.
I think, Dr. Ray, when it comes to unemployment and on-job training expertise, I want to give it to Brenda because she might have a solution for that because she's been in this employment security for the state of Washington for like 35 years, and that's her expertise. And I wanted to hear what is her solution for this Tongan unemployment and how we're going to go about with this on-job training, Brenda.
It's not an easy task as I'm envisioning stepping in Tonga, because we will start from scratch. Because here we separate the people with no skills to do daily labors, and we pay them good. Okay, they only come for 1 day, 2 days, just to, to get their needs or get some money for the bus fare to be trained somewhere else for school or whatever. But in Tonga, there is no picture of any company or sets of people or schooling that teach people how to work and what kind of work do they assess these folks to. That's the very hard thing for people, just to be thrown to go for a job interview and they don't even know what they're going to be interviewed for. So the Tonga and their leaders, the government of Tonga and the leaders should, for some reason, now they have the vote and everything already finished. They have all these leaders already take on their jobs and responsibilities. It's about time for them to put up a system to create what they think and need to help their people to be employed. The jobs is easy because the job, you have the hospitals. Imagine if our company, we come in and we bring our own delegates to Tonga. We're not going there to look for money, but we are there to help those that would become leaders themselves. We teach them. They in turn teach others and train, like what Laifone was saying. But you can never train fishermen to do farming, people that are good with their hands. You can never train office people to do airport, uh, loading and unloading from the airport,
Why you can't?
No, because the people of Tonga should already have industries, that's...
Look, Brenda, I tell you, for me, I'm a doctor. I do welding, I do carpenter, I do painting, I do computer. Every time I have 1 day, I can learn one thing. If I put in my mind that's it, I will die fast. My father always tell me, you will learn till the last minute in your life. And that's why. If you want to learn, you will learn. You learn for your better. You learn for your life. But what here, it's amazing me. We are here in Tonga like a turtle. The turtles?
Yeah.
The turtles.
Yeah, I know.
The Faaumu, you call it.
But listen. Yeah, but listen. We're not okay. We have to use good common sense when we come in, try to structure something out that will be helpful for people that are not advantaged and people that are very disadvantaged. And we don't know where the disadvantage comes from drugs or for no money, homeless, whatever. And you can never bundle these people together to do one kind of job. Maybe if do you believe in getting them be assessed totally to make sure that they are
You know,
mentally
okay. It's not about
capable?
mentally. It's not
Right.
about mentally, because everything, the people here, we said, the nature and the island. We are in the island, the people. Why we have to work fast? Look, I will share you something. I want you and Laifone and Emeline to tell me what is your opinion. In the end of the early 2019, okay, I have this group of very educated people. They want to do organization for help people dementia in Tonga, okay? And they get a donor, this donor from New Zealand and Australia. So this donor, they want to set the project and the paperwork and. Okay. So they have 3 conference, and I've been in the 3 conference. And the last conference, I told them, with all my respect, don't call me again. Because what happened? That when they set the project for dementia, 2019, they want to start the project, guess what? And when? Tell me, if this donor ready in 2019, here in Tonga, what year they want the start of the project? Give me, guess. I want every one of you to guess me what year for these people they want to start the project. So we have the conference in January, February 2019. The donor is ready. Tell me, if you do this job, how long it will take you to start the job in Tonga? Tell me, Brenda.
To be a manager?
No, to make this job start, to this organization to start receive people with dementia in Tonga. The donor was ready in February, January 2019. Okay, and these very high educated people, tell me what year they want to start. If you are in this team, what year? You start 2020, 2021, you start
No,
the end
if
of
the donor,
They were ready.
if
It
the
should be
donor is
2019.
ready, if the donor is ready, and this job should start right away if you have all these top-notch, very wise people on the job, because that's what they do. They do best
Perfect.
under pressure.
Yes. It should be
Perfect.
started the same month they
And
said
what
they're
you
ready.
think, Laifone?
What?
Oh,
And
he's
what
asking
Laifone
Laifone.
think? Laifone,
Right.
what you think? If the donor ready?
If the donor ready, they should be ready. They should already have the people of Tonga is already ready for it, because they learn while the money is using for to apply for the project. They learn there and they know how to do the work. They cannot sit there and say, "Well, I'm a Tongan. I have free time. I work when I feel like to." No, that's not the way they do work.
Yeah.
They cannot work like, "Oh, I'm a Tongan." I used to say those kind of things, Dr. Ray. I said, "Oh, I don't have to worry about it. It stays tomorrow. There's tomorrow and the next day." But that's not how people look at it. That's not how people who work in there, who grew up and work all their life, they don't work at it. But they think they are in a whole world of Ray. I'm telling you, they have to. But the other thing too, I want to know, Ray, is the government.
No. Look, I tell you what, because this organization is a private sector, not in a government.
I know,
But let me tell you what happened. First meeting, we went there. They invited me to come. They was making introduction about the donor and the paperwork we need. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the following one, after 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, we still need to do this paper. We need to do this work. Okay, 2 weeks again. What happened? The paper is not ready, and they said they want to start the project on 2025. Then I told him, I put my hand up. I told him, you know, the donor will be die in this time. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you talk about the dementia here, it's very highly disease, and you guys from 2019, you want to start the project in 2025. Yes, because we need to advertise to the people so they know about our organization.
Absolutely.
And this ad, we need to do this radio, we need to. I said, what about? And you know, 1 month again, that's were around April, I told them what happened. They said the donor already said the job, the project in Fiji.
Oh my.
Fiji
See?
already started.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. They are losing because
Hi, Kriti.
Akaliti Fefe again.
Fefe.
Side,
Yeah.
side.
Do you
So
guys
what
have Bible
happened?
study tonight?
I want to
Wait,
hear
wait.
what Emeline is saying. Remember,
Yeah.
I want to hear what Emeline is saying.
For the what, Brenda?
The question.
Did
He
I
said
have?
he's asking each one of us for our opinion on it.
Oh no, my opinion was already if the donor is ready, the project should
ready.
start right away. You know, it's
Yeah,
no
we
doubt.
got it. Yeah.
You know,
But-
they cannot be like you know. Look at what happened.
Procrastinating.
Look at what happened. Fiji took over the project. You know.
When I put to them the deadline for this project, it should be 1 month because we are around 30 person.
right.
Okay. So I told them this project should be in 1 month, be ready. They come to me. We are an island. We don't have to work fast, and we know our
Oh,
people, we know the
yeah.
system. We know
Maybe you
So,
talk to the wrong
these
people.
people here, they make everything's coming slowly because the end of the day, they wanna rather to do a job in 1 day, they wanna do it in 10 days, in
And
1 month.
Oh my
They
goodness.
that's the
extend the
excuse.
time.
That's the excuse.
Yeah.
And the other thing here, as you remember when I told about the carpenter, when I hired the carpenter, first day they work hard and then bang, 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 go down. So the people here, easy to start. And once they start and they get the job, come to 0 points or maybe minus.
Um, uh, Dr. Ray, when I left Tonga, they didn't have the funds that Tonga has today, because I think Tonga is have several millions in the government to operate. They should, at least the government have some budget for people to start training them to know how to do work, and also to learn how to do job training or something like that. Because like you say, there are a lot of opportunities over there, but they don't know how to do it because they never been work on a routine way type of life that they can do it every day and go home, come the next day and do it, because they just don't have those kind of knowledge and understanding. That's why I think maybe the government should help the people to start learning skills.
That's a responsibility of the Prime Minister, Haline, is it? The Prime
Otherwise,
Minister?
Can I say something?
Sure.
Because we have government after government after government.
Yeah.
But I want again, as Jesus said, I start by myself. You know, if I really want to learn and I want to make money and I want to build my future, I will not wait for the government.
No.
I will go and do
Yeah,
study
you're
hard.
right. Yeah.
I will work hard rather to work. Look, I tell you what, to work in the government, you know how much you start with?
No.
What is your salary?
I first started in the government in Tonga, Dr. Ray.
Yeah.
I think I was like $60 to $80 in 2 weeks in Tonga.
Yeah, now it's $150 in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So if you go and just collect a coconut you will make more money.
Right. They're working for the government.
And you, like, maybe after 5 years or 6 years in the government, you will be like 349. You
Back in
know,
the days was yeah,
but the end of the day, that's not the money. It will
right.
secure your
The
life, or you
skills.
can start your family. You know, that's why if you talk about it, people talk about it like when the money is not enough. When the money is not enough, that can make the people do stuff under the table.
Right.
Yeah.
You got it.
I'm
So for me, if I learn, like for example, if you learn how to fix mobile, that's a good income. But no
Okay.
one there was thinking for this thing. Like I just found it yesterday. I went in the airport and people gave us some mobile to be fixed because there is no mobile shop. There is no one fixed mobile in Vava
Wow.
or even Hapai. So what these people waiting for? If I know this, I will, I will maybe borrow money to have this business, start with 3-4 mobiles, sell it, get more, and I will get whatever I can to, even I will pay the Chinese money to teach me how I fix the mobile phone. And then I will start to earn money. That's when we talk about mindset. Where is the mind of the people? But the people sit, complain.
Yeah.
you know why they sit and complain? Because they have no training at all in their mind to know what to do with any skills that they have. They have to. But the thing is, I'm not worried about the government. I'm just saying because the government have to be accountable too for the citizens, and they should have something. But then there are private enterprises in Tonga, Ray. People
Look,
are their own business and they are doing excel. Some of them excel really well, but it's still the majority of the people of Tonga need help, and they should have.
but I agree with you. A lot of people here in Tonga need help. But the meantime, a lot of things and habits must be changed. Like
Yes,
here, the people, when
The
they wake in the
mindset.
morning
Yeah.
till they sleep, they think how they eat.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's appeared to me, even when you go to the feast in the church. Oh my gosh, one tablespoon in your mouth and one in your bag.
Oh,
While the end of the day, even the dish, whatever on the table, they will be cleaned.
okay.
And
My
I feel like if they allow to take the table with them, they will take the table.
you know what, Ray? I totally agree with you on the Tongan way like that when it comes to food. But let me say this. I accept that. I accept that from a Tongan citizen, and you're so safe tonight, right? Because if you weren't a Tongan citizen, I will shoot you from here, But let me tell you what, you're teaching us with some reality on what about ethics for people. And they have a reason for being lazy, for being unknown to common sense in the thinking process. But you as a doctor, you're a doctor of everything. You should create a class. Not only are teaching biblical work, you're
Brenda,
supposed to teach them all around.
Brenda,
Yes.
Christian country, yes or no?
Say it again.
We are Christian country, yes or no?
Yes.
We are.
Everyone has Bible at home, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Amen.
What the Bible said, when you attend to the church feast, do take and you eat what is your feed your stomach, and leave
soul.
the rest for your brothers and sisters to be eat. So
All right.
what the Bible said, when you attend to the church feast, eat and leave the rest of the food for others to be fed.
Great.
But this one, you sit in the table, you have to, whatever there, you take it.
Put in a prayer.
But you know, that's some domestic training should be done, because some people are hungry, you know.
What I'm saying, Ray, it's not only in Tonga, it's spilled out into America.
Wait.
Dr. Ray.
I did fish the
In
first fish.
Tonga, it's not only
Wait. When you talk about hungry,
not only in
look,
Tonga, it's spilled here to America. I have somebody.
Dr. Ray.
this is a real show in
She went
culture.
to the
But I'm
buffet
telling you,
place. Let me tell you, she goes to the buffet place, and by the end of her eating, her basket is already full and take home. And I ask her, why do you have to do those kind of things? It's not something that is
Free.
Dr. Ray, I tell you my opinion. You know, it's not the culture. I tell you, it's not the whole people, the culture. It's the individual of how you were raised. I tell you, I was raised. I go into boarding school for 5 years, and I eat only the vegetarian stuff. I never eat meat in the boarding school, so food was never an issue for me. But when I came to America, my very first Sunday, I arrived in Seattle. I was invited to a feasting, and this is a Tongan feasting. I sat there, and food was never an issue for me. So I ate whatever is enough for my stomach. I left without picking up anything. But anyway, when I sat there, I saw these women. They were not eating. They were just like start picking up foil to start taking the food on the table right after the prayer. I was so shocked. I came from Tonga thinking I should be the one doing this because I just arrived here in Seattle. But I tell you, it's not really about, it's individual depending on how you were raised, you know. So because I was raised, food was never an issue for me, you know, and I still have that to now. When I go places, food was never an issue. I don't go pick up any plates or anything to take home.
I tell
You
you,
know?
if you wanna look to the people habit, what they do in their life, look in their table, what they do.
Exactly. Yes.
So what happened here? Let me, I mentioned the food. It's not like everyone he can eat, you know, it's Saibe for me and Saibe for anyone. Okay. But what happened? The habit here, everyone tried to get everything for himself.
That's selfish.
And then they sit and complain there is not enough food. Or they sit, complain, or talk about the others, or they compare about feast to feast. Like what happened if you do this in the table, what happened in your home? Because that will create, the kids will fighting with each other. Everyone will try to get whatever he can by himself, and he don't look for the brother and sister. In the society will be the same, and then fight between brothers and sisters, fight in the family. You know, no one appreciate anything, because the end of the day,
let me interrupt you. Let me interrupt you just for 1 minute, and then I'll have you continue, Dr. Ray. My father have something going. If we have a big feast and we prepared our best for this event, let's say it's a wedding, let's say maybe it's a birthday, 21st or something. So he prepared, he's part of the planning. So we come now to the day off, and everything is ready. Before the lotu, he will get up and he excused himself and he said, I want to say this in front of everybody before the prayer starts, because I don't want anybody's feeling to be hurt. He says, if I hear any foil making noise while the prayer is on. I'm gonna come and ask you to leave because I went and buy the food for everyone to eat and eat and eat until everybody has a full stomach and have some left for them to take home after the eat. Don't pack your foil before. This is my event. I want to teach you Tongan. This is how he says it. And you know, it's whakama, but he's very straight about it.
Ray,
Look,
Yeah.
Tonga,
I think we need people like that.
we go to the bush and work in the farm, and that's how the family provide for them. I don't know about today because things happen, but
look,
you are too hard on the Tongans because you saying what
Oh, he's real. He's
No,
real.
I don't think so. He's too hard on the tongue, and I think
tell
it's
you,
coming with reality.
I
leave
got
you
it
guys
from him.
because I
Yeah.
need to start the Bible study.
Yes,
Okay.
Dr. Ray.
And we'll continue tomorrow about the food and health.
Yes. Thank you,
Kuliti.
Dr. Ray, for
Kuliti.
bringing the reality of Tonga.
Pakapuna ma for ikaho-kaho.
So, Kuliti, tamaga kuliti okay lockdown ya baga baka puna mai.
Dahil kay mautogyo atu patautok atau hakai. Yeah.
Ofate kuliti.
Love you, Kuliti. Love you.
Ofate hoa mai whanau. Thank you, Dr. Ray. Dr. Ray, we always enjoy
You
your
are something else, Dr. Ray.
So,
It's good that life is here because life is stretched on
life
the
has been
planet.
absent from the Tonga for too long.
And thanks God I'm Tongan now, otherwise I would be shot by Brenda.
now I'm American now.
You know, this is the reality of my
Yeah.
But I tell you one thing, Brenda. You know, we left Tonga. I tell you, we left Tonga.
Kanya life ko po. Ko o pehea po ko na ita pena ka me ako. Ofi Dr. Ray culture. Oh, she po.
No, but it's a reality that we need to face. You know, we need to really face because it's not about Quebec, but this is something that we grew up with and we knew about this. Brenda. It depends on individual how the upbringing.
Yeah.
For me, I had a very good upbringing with my parents. Potluck is the time we sit down and we eat. Now how go American for Hivanoa, I tell you, I was so shocked when I see women start the foil right after the prayer. I mean, for me, I never grew up in Tonga seeing such thing like that. And I but this is says na potluck and to Tom Nagao, and then we're like, time ko to also lot to tupe or my kamatape kai fifine, and then we take our plate, we sit down and eat. We go for second if we want to or third, but it was trained, you know. The way I look at it right now, I look backward and I'm very appreciative of others, but I'm very sharing. But I tell you, it go back to the culture. It go back to the culture. Tokai aki komole o fa komole ngai 4 pillars ko o edau whakatonga. Ko tau mātua ta tō lea mai konga koe na kai ke nau pehe na tō. Na ngike pisia onge I tonga he tō e fōi lau o tō pehe mea kai. My mother, ko tau mo involve I whae I hanga I pola, pia maha mea, ko pāpe kane teu eia, ko pola ko une ave eia, ko ave o whaki. Ka une sanga pia toke mau mea kai ap. Whatever she had in there, that has to go pe ave le vai. He time ko na mau ngai pola ke taani ko a lot maafu, he ka mau siasi ko siasi na mau ngai pola. Kana ai pe ai mea ma ke na mau kau ki ai tau te fito ke involve kan ke fale ko ni o maaf tu ko au lai ko nga foke na ofitu, he ka when my mother ko time pe ngai pola e mau fae ko osi matete pe ko ave ya fuaki, but kana ka ke sio he mega Brenda ko nganga ko na ko sio ko he foila mo to mega ma ko nganga fo ya ka tia na ka ke sio ya he tu pake, na ka ke
Io
sio
pau kai ke tuha taha ia toha mi a kai mi ha pola, especially
exactly,
ka pau kai ha te pola,
te pola,
kai ospete kai pa te tu ka si io
right.
he
But
ki
we
ngā
be
wā.
pa to ki foaki mai pe na to le ka kai go ana to le pola, ka go ta ka yang ka sio ko kia ke tai ini mai ka ke tau culture ko tu pu pe ko mole ai fa pa tu pu pe ko ka ke ilo e kita tu pu pe ko sio kita ai ko nga ka go ton pe ke tau ha ta to le o train pe ata mai ke now step up go back ke me ko ya
Ko sa io o ko sa e pau I he rea ke muri he rea mai fu ki e
yes
sio totonu ki ai.
yes Pag may pena tau sio pe tau tori ai gu hoko he tonga,
Io.
Pak sai pele a rei pa mo on be honest and his feelings and
yes
mine. But you know, I think ko tuyo Emeline mo Brenda o tonu ke fai hange ko tau tolu tau Amerikani ka pau tau ma ha fai ngamarie tau tokon ke kakai ka pau pe ke tau tokoni ko tokoni ko iau pau pe ke tau train na do ke na wa ke na uma o fai ata mai ko tokoni ka pau te na tokoni le le ka na tol te na tokoni le le ke employer tokoni ko na ilo ko me ani uma wa na moi ko me ani na uma wa na ngau ke a ho ke a pa na ngau me I a ho ke a ke to na moi ko me te na le te na fai e li we na kau mo na atamai ke a to fo o to le yange ko me ai o pau ke train pau ko rea ke te tala peka na to le time ka awa ku te ilo I po na honest pe now free me ngai hang ko from my na ray just let me I'm a Tongan yes we are all Tongan but we have to do it we have to do it the best way we can as Tongans ka ko ke fai pe ngai he ko le pe fai ka ko pe ya ko mo ni ko mo ni ko kai tonga ko kai na ngau ki uta na ngau ko ngai ko fa mo fa mi no foi I apio ngau api tau ya api pe na la langa mo ngai me ko ya ko fe inga ke tu black ai family ki mo lo ko ma tua o tanga ya o ngau uta to me kai ki family Pero ngai mea ko ia ko ngai mea to ton ke ma o e fa na o tai mini ka pau ku ia ngai mai to
Io ko mantu I fo ki laifi ko hinga ia tau o mai ke tau tala noa ke because the problem is now.
Yes.
Ko inga ko whangi tamai ki tau tupu ai tonga questionable. Pero now interest ke now whaka ose ai pe na wako ke mauhana wa tamai le re mo academic stand I ose na wako mantui ko wike ko ni o weekendi o mahala o tala mai result ko na sibi whakatau Paka sa kapau te na lava pe na woki muri o te hokatahe kolisi that's fine paka mantui kulahe influence ia o whangita mai ko ni he kakai ko ni o drugs.
Yes, it's true.
they're looking for money, they're looking, they expect ko ha na mea ke whai because they're already ready themselves ke nau manga ke mea pe e nau choice. Aia ko nau choice, whether it's good or not. Ko ngahi mea ko te ke whahatara noai mo mātua he koe ke ilo fue mātua ai ata mai whangita mai nau poto mantu. He? Ko tau tori ana we're lucky. Na e ma'u luta pe he na e tokoni e lotu ia ka tau toro as we were growing up. Eh? Si o pe mātu a ka tau toro in the morning, tau aro ako, tau whoku mai in the evening, they see us, we say our prayers, os pe tau mātu ko mo, you know. Ka koe si i tamai ke hatai mini, ko nau cell phone, ko nau os whakawa nau deringa. O si whakawa nau ihu ki he whanki gold mama whahuki ai. So koe different atmosphere au pita whangi tamake he taimini.
Yeah.
Isi aga mautau atu koe ki tonga i he whakarauni. Oku o stau mai ngō whawhine ia koe kore. Pena orangi mua ke whewhi mua ke nā maa poro ho one of my heels. He koe ngai whai e nau ha mea koe ke na walk out the night before the ball. Ko tangi, no, I don't like to lend out my stuff. I will help you buy a pair of shoes. Because okay, fair, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I brought my stuff, limited the milk fat o mo mea kotogo ya. I how ko ku toki alu te toki hangao or give away ka koe. But they have a different mindset.
The mindset.
Iyo.
Kago pehe, Brenda. Okay, sorry. Kago pehe, Brenda. Kago pehe waha taimi. I mean, from us leaving Tonga, I moa ke tau ni mahufu kwa ke tau tau noa. Tau pehe ko pehe, tau pehe ange peko pehe taimi na tau pehe na kamatai ke mole. Ke te awe ko mole culture. He naka ke whai moa ne o lau ko peta. Naka ke fu pehe whaua Tonga he taimi koe mo tau he.
Ma'a tau toro whanau.
Ma'a ko vea kone na ke shea ko ho tangata eki. O kumau inga ia ki he taki koe o e whamiri. Ke nau hanga lead, ke nau hanga o announce things ke clear. Hake ko toko tangata eki ko tala o kwa ki whanong kia. It's kind of funny in a way te whanong kia. But it's the reality and the truth. O kwa ki whemau e kai e ko ni ke whai aha whao te ke whai lotu. I mean, o mau inga ke kakai ko nau taki family, ke nau hanga time ko vai o whai ngai o ngui he kau parangi ko what do you call that? What do you call that one? I time ko whai ko whakataha. Housekeeping rules.
Oh, iyo ka nau ki housekeeping.
Yeah, housekeeping rules.
Announce peki mua.
But I topic te hua ka whata o kunau announce my housekeeping rules. Aya pe mau ke ilo e kau ki hem. Aya utaton o mau inga time ko topic whaiaha. Atau patoanga dato. Ke ia housekeeping rules, Ke nau talamai ko ha protocol o whata. But at the same time, people need to respect that because he kwa kwa te me ia akata ko me ia ka kai ko ne whawhe kita ki ai. You know what I'm saying? So
ko hinga foka tangata e kia pa os mahino pe ke kakai se atoni.
And that's a good you know ko never
mahino pe ia ku ni tange pe ia o ko loto ke usio o ku ma me tokoni ko toa si kakai na e whakawhi i mai ki he polokalama ko ni. Pe ana e ngahi me tokoni ke kai ke mākona pia kai mo ni ihi o si itu a pia mo ni ihi o tautu te kai ke nau tautu mai ki he te pire ko i ngā kua whonu. Until we see that, o kai ke usai au ke ave me a kai a kofo wha o he laro te pire, pia ni taange pe ia, o kai ka kai ho mau family, they are good at that. Pa oku marewa kakai ia ko mau family e hau ke me he address now toru ia. And so he has a very straightforward way of mining, you know.
Whakau pe a kia kapau te wala wha me i tonga kau tokoni ke kakai. Kupau pe ke nawanga na to, ke nawako na tolu ai ai ngā ue ke tonu. Mo anga ko I lo ko ki American ki hanga nga we kono fai ko ke lele mo fai ki tupulaki he kai he ko hange ko ko whakauka ke mo mea na tala no ke hange kon ko whakauka aku ke prison ki tonga he ko yo ai kakai ko ya o na nofo I prison nga haue aho nga nofo po uri he o totonu ke o faha ke ko futai men ko o se atu na nga haue hard labors outside he ton ke nga e pure nga e whakauka I hapai nga whaunga ke nau whai hapa ahinga nga haue
soft labor
skills hange ko tui o nau kore he ko mea ko e kai ko ke pure anga pe ke hanau whai nga panga o atu e kume hanga misini ave ki he o ave pe moe kume material ave ka nau tolu whahinoi ka nau tolu tui peko tui wala whanau peko tui ha wala o api ako ke nau nga tui pe nau whakatau ke o maoe nau me pe nau ako ai o sayang e he o labor hard labor every day in day out and all the time and they come and sit all night they don't do anything ko ngai mea ko toton ke tau whakau ke tupula ke ai mea ko ia ka aua ko mea ta tau pe tau hongo fu ko ni toi whai pe repeat tau hongo fu loko mai ka sai
yeah let me share oh sorry Lily.
Brenda, let me just quickly
go
share
ahead.
this before you come in.
Yeah.
Kateawe, Brenda, and Laifone, it's all go back to the home. Eh? Ka mea ka ni ka o go Kateawe I apini ki whanau. O go tala mau pe, whamanat mau pe ka nau tolu. O I put in our mea kai o phone in our peleti. Kai pe mea ko whemau, pe mau, because I'm a big fan of like, I don't like to see food waste.
Yeah.
Go mea go preach mau pe ki whanau I apini. Kai o mea ko peleti, ka tope mea whiunga ko ke kai, ka ke toi whiema go for a second. Don't fill up your plate that you end up wasting the food. Eh? And I think ka whanki mea iki e ton ke ako I api. Eh? Kaka te ako I api e ale te whanau ki he society, pe lavale ke na anga o respect.
Exercise e mea na ako.
Mea ko wa ko Heka kai mea ko tui o ku tau tai tokanga ki ai ka ko tui au ia ko konga lahi mole a society heka ke tau tua ki e tau tori ai to o ko ni ko anga e usio au ia it goes back to the parents how they were raising this generation you know but at the same time we need to help the parents accountable get now generation good heka tau siat ko ke konga ko ni it's more like a lost generation, eh? Everything is given to them, eh? Because everything is given to them. It might take us 3 to 5 hours. It might be 20 minutes, and they can get what they want. They can just drive through the McDonald's and get the food they wanted to eat, eh? So things are already given to them. They have responsibility of I hack at home. But I think when I skill them kabate daw siyoging I picking I cap I don't know no going built a solution based on those gap go do that success me. But that's my 2 cents. I'm giving it back to you, Brenda.
Ko whenga piwha ke o share atu kia motopa pe ki he paenga. Ai tuunga koe oku fuu a heta Amerikania I he tapa ko toa pe o whakabusiness. Ka seki he, o mau haea ka kai koe ni o kui koe I tonga koe kautori ko omi New Zealand mo Australia ke nau pike mori moe apere moe foi a kau whaka season. Kakisaki, we produce the most apples ke export ke u fonua o maman furipe mehen me Washington State. Kakisaki he. O ku haya mai e Washington ni kau Mexico whakataim. to be here in the summer. Pako nā mai peko nā tōru koe o ngā ue peko whē mahina u whaia e tori ki he ngata anga e tori he fall. He? Tau pēr nā uheni e Emeline I February. You know why? Strawberry is picked in February. He? Ko nea o koe ki maasi, cherries are picked in March. He? Ko nea o koe ki epereri. Ko epereri, ko akau kehia, ko asparagus ia, o ku harvest. He? Pea koe anga ia koe, ai hano set up koe wham. Pea koe si kakai tatau pe ia. O ku osiai e nau housing. Pea koe loa housing. Pea pea nau ngahi api ka koe. E nau o mai ke o no for he farming area. Pea whangi housing ko ni o lava house ai pe mono ki hoa. Mui ki whanau e toko ua pe toko toru. Pea ku nau tafu afi nau toru I tū a mui haka koe safety o overlook ia he farm owners. Ka koe ku lau, ai kai ke ngalo ia nau toru na nau o mai me masiva ange whau mi Mexico. Pea nau kolosi he riva au tau siopek he kolosi e kakai koe ni. Ka koe kakai tori ia, koe kakai ia ku o si whakalao peke nau heni he taimi pea nau foki he taimi. Pea kai ke nau hanga nau tori ia o whaiha whahinga mea ke more ai whahinga maria koe hange koe toka. Alu pea koe ki he tori pea nofo ai pea hola ai pea pe koe. I don't, know the real story about that. Ka koe uhinga pea koe, usiofi koe kakai koe ni. Very dedicated ke nau ngawe. Pea koe nau tori. Koe ngai fu pentiko o ke ai e apere. Pea koe apere ka lasi kehe. O kai ke nā wala noa o kai ha mea unless ko nau taimi.
Lunch.
Lunch. Lunch pe te sia una o tufi pa koe apere u ta utupe lalo kakapa ke pe o tori hifo he. Ta wei e nau whakapoto e nau ki se niti o hinga koe ki se niti ko ia e ave ke langa ko nau ki api whakawhamiri o toi ai mo koen ma te whanonga hinga hitala noa. Pau ke pehe koe vale lau e kau pālangi. He te nau lava o maa nofo he ngai fu mahina pehe. So ka nau nofo pe toki foki pe I November, Emeline. He? Koe mahina ko toa pe is a different story. He? Ko koe different harvest. He? Ka koe ku lau ai me a koe pau mo taimi pe o kai ke pehe ke whaiha whahinga criminal act ha whainga aheku. Iai pe whāmaia responsible ke ne kakai. Pea koe kakai ia, it's a family setting. Pea kai o kehe pe kakai sinkoro ia. Separate nau toka ewa te nau intervene mue wha iyo. So, o kuia e kau Filipino, o kuia e kau Siaina, o kuia e kau Siapani, they just...
So my question to you, Brenda.
Yes.
They're good people. I think they just lack of good leadership.
Yes.
What makes them different from us Tongan? What makes them different from us Tongan? Is my question.
Kakai koe ke kakai matakari koe.
Pea moe Tonga.
O ku kai ke nau, o kai ke whai ke he ke nau tauria mo tau tōru. Kakai tatau, lan mero tatau, kakai fie ngā.
No, I'm talking about the work ethic. What makes them different from us?
This is where I'm going.
Okay.
He koe uhinga ko unau know themselves first. This is something they taught. Knowing yourself. Value hotai mi. O te ke waste me mea. Ka pau ke fie ngā ue. You're going to work. We will give you the work. You commit yourself to us. And we will commit to you. He? Ko mea tau sia ai. O ku kau e kau Spanish here. Kau Mexico. I he peseti koe. O ku whiri ki nau tō ke leadership e whanuai.
Ko mea taha ia, Brenda mo Emeline, ko Mexico ia, ko fu now update up it when I do my skills. When I man not doing now is fine not doing skill ko now cleaning now osipoto na to you now for no ano fine nga ko ya. O mai na to tori ko nga we fine go fu ko nga we fa ta.
Right.
O me ko can now background now skills. They have it in
their countries.
At home.
Yeah.
Ka
So
koe mea, koe
that's
whai
what makes
ke
a
he
difference,
lewa.
right?
Io, koe whai ke he lewa. E kusio koe ki tonga. Mantui, ko tong, koe kau tonga ia, o ku kakai lotu, pe kakai ki pena te culture, pag na wangalere, ofa kakai, ofa mon. Ka oku ke iai pe, a loia mu kaka. He?
Okay, now why another work
O kai
ethic,
ke na,
right?
io, pe kai ke na, okay, you know, ko ngawe ko a aku. Ko taime ko hua kau tonga, sake difference, e ko observation. He kai ke na wange na autoria, o sio ke au, ke mea na whi mau. Takai hake na autoheo, takai hake, so ke motua ko inai aruangi, ko motua whai whikau. Aruangi a hui e whae ta. O aria, o ritia he whiwhine ia, o sign on a name, pia kātia, a rewe whae ta. O marake tatangi telefoni, remember, I managed that area. Taangi whiwhine, Brenda, we have a problem. Arangia mo green card, pia mo IT mo mea kota e kitam si tau fitu ko fai fika ko ni o kune ilo ia ko ilo ia. And he's a preacher. Pia mai Stephanie. Ka o kai ke imagine information mo mea kotoa ko ini ko inga ko I can't do it. Pepe Fifine she can't do it. Ko mea ia kune tama ko tanke. O ke pehe comfortable ke hao rea me kau. Tamaya, I'm going to talk to him, I'll bring him. He mante o security card e feito ngawe amauto. Pero angerewa fe fine mo motua. Arang ma fe loaki. E pa o valwin arangem. Pa ko very very polite au pit wea ke to taha regardless of the situation. Pe tala mai pe ko hai para pare ma. Pe mo ere fa parangi kai mo ke tau tifo ke lava ke mata no ka aru fe fine ia. I don't believe this. Why is she bringing me to you? I know you, Brenda. That's why I went to someone else, because I know you. Conflict of interest.
Right.
Yeah, I understand. So just be calm. I'll get you a glass of water and we'll just sit and talk. You know, it's fine. Okay, give comfortable no ni Brenda. We have more rocky conference. Yes. Mind you, ko fai fika, ma te va ke conference room. But I hope okay ke whanongo mai. So, ko mata utu ko tala noa. One toki tala mai lewa ea ko ia. O te ke aike ma umai ni u pepa. But we get up ko mone and I didn't want to go there. You know, ko tang pe au ko hea mea o ke he ni ai. Ko whi maua ngā ue. Ko hea mea o ke he ni ta mai ikai. Ko ne he ni ke claim in unemployment. Eh? Pea koe ke ilo pe ko hakto e kai whiwhine ha. Sang, se mentality e tonga. O kai procedure ai ngawe e pure anga. Ha uia mo ni whia mau pe ana ia ke comply pe ia ke mea kotoa pe ospani expect, you know, mauri tau veri mautori ki ai kai whai e mea uloto ki ai. Ma tāno alahi o a upe o ni kore whamore more mai pa whawhawhawhitu o tangai. We will help you. Okay, ila ngawe mo mutua koe ni. Ngawe, wike ke he wike until he launched a job, a very good job without him having to use. So, took how any mea like 2 or 3 months later. Ka koe uhinga pene ngā wea ne ka eke tene ai ki Social Security, he kai ke ne ilo e ai e taha ka hata ai, pe koe ha koe whika pe ia. O kulawa au ke tā ka koe uhinga pe a koe ai, a mindset o kind of evolve out of place. Eh?
Go there, Brenda. Go ahead, Laify.
Ko pehe au koe anga koni koe e tau mai ki morini. Hange koe ka ko pehe au o fu spoil a bit hang ta mai ki e taimini I tonga. Kono uhinga koe almost 30 years they live on submission from US on now my family. O tamba tu pe ma ai mania ke family.
Yes.
They free. They have all the money. There is free. My family. And I told my family Americani pero New Zealand ko Australia talanga na tol. Ko pa ko na te mono fa sta u ka kato pero mahina ono pa to fire ta submission. Ko ni mai pe ko ni pa pe ha ka to ta la tu ri ya tu. O tu ya kana fe to mak na to ri American. Mo ya fe
Ako missionary.
Waste.
Yeah.
Ko heko ta mai ko le telefoni fangita mai ko pe telefoni $60 a month ko panga me fe fa ke me ko ya e ko ta e tonga e fangi fa na u ma panga pe ke na o to tonga na telefoni ka kono hinga ko submission me overseas kana tolu they become a bread. There's a scattering free.
A bread. Yes.
Yes.
They spoil, Emeline and Brenda, they spoil.
Yeah, that's good. That's all right.
Free money. All these years, and it's become part of their life. They think they can do anything for nothing.
Right.
How I feel about what is going on with the kids in Tonga nowadays. But it's really hard for me to hear. But you know, Dr. Ray is right. That's what he sees every day. And he's right. That's what they're doing. And I don't blame him saying all these kind of hard things about them because that's a reality for them. And that's what he sees every day in their life in Tonga. And he comes from a different culture that they work for everything they have. Just like
right. Right.
And it's hard for him to comprehend how they can just get things free and they are just fine with it. I'm just a Tongan and I'll do it when I want to do it. No, that's not how it works. And it's
but let's do a recap here because get our recap. I go so get out for Dana unemployment. I go so get for Dr. Ray. I go number one get there so I go lack of skills of my I pay Dr. Ray like being away. Go lack of skills here it it's all about the upbringing, I upbringing be I don't api. Api is the first school there came here. Giving it over that to on oh my god on Ake now api, but I'm going to say life spoil our bit of what that only had tasting that can be moody. But one episode, one of the better hapai make muri. Hegamanateka Kongaika economica at Tonga at to me money transfer. I have for me go to Soga. Begata Hago Soria, collect a leadership here in family. Hanging a Megana Glavga Brenda, Kyotataiki, Kopake, housekeeping roles here at Taukatongo Tope, Octotonia emphasize here by enforce here. But then at the same time, get the area. Okay, like her leadership. Have a silver corrupt a leadership. But now I know I've been a dollar. Come to Tonya get over corruption from top to bottom. You know, I mean, if we die into at the same time, for me, the last one, Okumole hotel culture at the Toko Hola Avai who am I gonna democratia when I find a Fakauka Anatolia or brainwash the people that okay, you can sit and do nothing, and then we're gonna go take out from, let's say, Dr. Ray's earning and then give it to you. That's a wrong mindset right there. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ano begoya, onof no ya begoya, hede malanga ya. Keto mai abanga Dr. Ray or mega go because that's how life should be, is equality. But that's not how life should be.
No.
Life was given kada tolu o mai tua me kamatanga fa tupu kada ngawe ama ikagava. Eh? But Fema Beke tau foki tau dolia o ngeke got Dr. Ray is not a Christian country. Yes, Pataria. But at the same time, og tau whakawa na e tau toi tapu, pe tuku pe tau toi tapu e tau toi e fua, waka ke tau mahino e tau toria ai mea koe i he toi tapu. Ke hangeka la polfola ko e tamatui, ke ai ke ha atu ko tau tolu, ko tonga, ko whanua karistiane. Ke ha sino he tau mo ui. But the change can start from you, from me.
That's right. That's right.
Can start from one person. So but that's my 2 cents, and I recap and I give it back to you guys. Give a final word before we end tonight. And this is a very beautiful dialogue. Back to you guys. So Brenda.
Koe malo. Koe mea ko tokanga wai koe ki tonga koe uhinga whukia koe nu whukotutu e tau porokarama ke tau tānoa kono uhinga koe uhinga e koe whanau o turn ki he drugs. Koe nau whie mau e paanga. They want something. He kono ngā to tong lahiangi ai ti laia moe rana, moe ha. Moe nau hanga distribute.
And it's easy money.
Easy money. Coming in a very high cost. He?
Right.
Ko hinga high cost, oku to ai mo uia, pe oku ia e ai me ai e hoko. Ka ko mea ko tau siat kai, let's say, koe tō whorowhora koe e tamatu i he whono, oku ne osihanga pe ia o emphasize i he whono. O fu fie mau e toko nia ai everybody. Koe family, koe teachers, koe preachers, ko haifua. O au ki he kakai ko ni muri, o toi fie mau pe. Ka ua te tau atau toria o toi influence o tau kakai ato atau. Au atau toria pa mua toa new culture i he anga. Mo toi whinga tau toria ke toi o atu ia ki tonga. Lo tonga whainga tā ia tonga ia. No. Ka koe mea lahi koe ke mahino ki he tonga. Hono a koi. Ai anga totonu. Pea moe mea koe ka pau o ke loto aki ke ngā ue ke hoko ko hatoko taha. Successful person in the future. O ku kai ke taunia ke aro ki tasted drugs. He ko ala pe ke drugs, ko kaia ke toi lava ko to o ni mami he drugs. Te ke join hand pe ko me drugs o au ke ango lau akuliti. Until ko ke o siongo pe ko alu au ia ko hange pe ko alu ha toko taha mate. Ka ku mānawa pe. Ko mea ko tokoni ko pe au ia whai ki tonga. Ke tau whai awareness in the most exposed way ka appropriate, ka proper. Ka whai ha lecture i ngahi apia ko. O ata ka kai ko o nau lava koe o make a difference ke loto whanau. Ka pawe awe ke setting o e whanki tamai ki, whanki tamai ko ule reo ma koe ke nau ilo me au whao at ke nau toke awa tuwha. They will have to understand it nau me au ule mo ia. A ko e mātu a ke nau aware o nau involve nau tolu. He awe nau whanki I whanau whiwhine o whakatau. Pea o fu down dirty. Pea koe tau se atu koe me murini, you cannot help it but want to be part of the solution. Koe tau kautaha koe ni tau toru, we are 100% feed in to help Tonga. Pea ko pehe pea wia, for us to help, ko pau ke tau in Tonga, We have to learn everything about the problem. We have to follow the leaders. Kai ko uhinga ke tawo follow kana talk about no corrupted. No. Ko tawa o sio he na procedure pe mo na policy o na pe he successful ke toni fo noa mo fa na mo kakai. That's what we're doing. We try to see because ha me atep ke tau sio mo tau wakai. Kai ke ko tau next time te tau te tala noa pe ki ha topiki e taha in the same guideline. Pako mea pia ko whi vahe atu he kai ke effective ha tokoni unless we know what caused this big problem internally. Malo.
Koe ko whakaukau aku. Koe ngahi mea koe ni mo vahe mai. Koe ngahi mea mahu I ngai au toton ke tau whai. Ke tau tuai. O hange ko api. Talo e tau tupu mo no a tolu. Koe ngahi mea ko toa pe o hoko ko api. Koe ngahi mea ko toa pe le rei ia tau tolu ko hau mei api. He wanga he tau mātua ko tau ke tau whai ngahi mea ko ia pe toton. Ka ko pehea ko anga ko accountability o ilo ia he matua pau na ko e na to ke na fana ko ke na e na to ko ha accountability ka na ko na to na fana ke na account for their life ko pe ke na la na to le ko de am palangia ka tau ilo e tau to he tau ha ki mulini ko accountability o fuma inga pito ke fana they get accounted for every action they do. Peko no mo ni
Ona pito life.
Ya mo tala mai ko ngai mea ko ya ko ngai mea mo whakawa he wahe mai ko ngai mea mo nia pa ko tu pe ko ngai mea ko ton me fai ke frasi isi mo eliminate the problem atonga ko now get to accountability account for every action they do and especially the parents with the children. They will get better. That's what I have to share with you.
Hello? Hello, Momea. Have a good night.
Oh, she's still awake.